Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here today. We are talking about something that I've gotten a lot of questions about, not only here but also on our vlogs, and that is losing weight after baby. So if you follow me in my pregnancy, you know that I gained a substantial amount of weight, a very healthy, normal amount of weight, not too little, not too much, but it was a little bit difficult for me to kind of get back in the swing of things after having a baby. I had a lot of healing to do, first of all, and second of all, I have diastasis. And if you don't know what that is, basically it's where the muscles in your stomach, they're actually separated. So it kind of limits the activity that you can do, and it's just kind of an issue that you're gonna have to deal with long term. So today I wanna talk about my personal nutrition and exercise journey after having a baby, but more importantly, I wanna talk about self-image postpartum. So a lot of people ask me, how do you lose weight after having a baby? How do you lose weight while you're nursing? You know, some people, when they're nursing, they can burn calories and they can just it melts off. Other people don't have that reaction to nursing. Some people actually hold on to weight while they're nursing. And I think I get so many questions about, what do you do to lose weight? What do you do to lose weight? It makes me think that we all need to take a step back and realize what our bodies just did and really focus on being healthy for ourselves and for our baby and not putting the focus on the number on the scale. So postpartum is a crazy journey of hormones and new experiences and crazy sleepless nights and exhaustion. And the last thing on your mind is making sure that you're counting your calories, eating the perfect portions, making sure you get all your greens in so that you can lose weight. And I think a lot of people expect to drop weight really, really quickly after having a baby, especially if they are breastfeeding, and that doesn't always happen, and then you can get really discouraged. I know that for me, when I first had my daughter, the days after I had her, I was dropping 5 pounds every single day, and I lost the first 20 pounds in the first week or two of being home from the hospital, which is insane. And I expected the rest of it to come off just as quickly, which was not the case. And what I didn't realize is that a lot of the weight I was losing was water weight, and of course the baby, and everything that your body's kind of shedding from actually carrying a child is weight that you're losing. And that's why it's important to gain that weight when you are pregnant. And then what you're kind of left with is a little bit of the weight that your body has held on to as it has had to sustain another life. And a lot of people expect that to come off super, super fast, and they just they get a skewed body image of themselves postpartum. So I want to first and foremost offer you some encouragement if you are looking at this video and thinking, how the heck am I going to get back to my pre-pregnancy body? And to be perfectly honest, you won't, because your pre-pregnancy body didn't carry a baby, and your pre-pregnancy body was not ever pregnant. And so your body's going to be different after being pregnant, and the sooner that you are confident in that, the better you're going to feel about yourself. That doesn't mean that you're never going to get back to the pre-pregnancy size, or you're never going to get back to that weight. It just means that your body is so different now for the better. To be perfectly honest, so much better. My personal body has changed quite a bit. My hips are wider, I have stretch marks now, I have diastasis now, like I mentioned, and I know that my body's never gonna be the same, but I am in better shape now after having a baby than I ever was, ever before having a baby, and that's amazing. So I have lost pretty much all the weight from having my daughter. She's 7 months old now. I do fluctuate within 5 pounds, but I think that I've built more muscle to where the weight and the number doesn't necessarily correlate. And I think if you've seen a lot of personal trainers, that's a big thing, is being in shape doesn't necessarily mean having a smaller number on the scale. So I would encourage you, as you start your journey of getting healthy after baby, stop looking at the scale and focus on being healthy and what makes you feel good inside and out. So I will talk to you a little bit about my nutrition and then my exercise and what I do. So starting with my nutrition, food is something that affects me very, very strongly. I have more of a sensitive gut, and so the worse food I eat, the worse food I feel. So in turn, the better food I eat, the better I feel. So I have tried to focus on eating as healthy and clean as I can. So clean eating just means eating things that are natural fruits and vegetables, swapping out white flour for wheat flour and things like that. I try to eat the least amount of processed foods as possible, within reason. I don't limit myself to, this is the only thing that I can have, and I can never have a bagel with cream cheese, because that's not realistic. I love bagels and I'm gonna eat them when I want. What I'm trying to say is give yourself a little bit of leeway. If you're really in the mood for a yummy dessert, have a yummy dessert. Just make sure that you're watching your portions, you're eating reasonably, and you're trying to put the most amount of healthy food in your body as you can. So I usually start off my mornings with something like oatmeal and fruit, or a green smoothie. I love having like a smoothie bowl in the morning for breakfast. Sometimes I'll have toast and eggs. It's really good to start incorporating those healthy meals into growing up with your baby. We're doing baby-led weaning, and so the more that I encourage her to eat healthy and to eat all of her fruits and vegetables, the more she watches me, the more she'll want to do it as well. So it's really important to me now, after having a baby, than it was beforehand, to make sure I'm really setting a good example of eating healthy. For lunches, I try to eat salads for lunch, but to be perfectly honest, that doesn't always hold me over because I am nursing. I get hungry a lot. So maybe a healthy sandwich and a salad and fruit, or something along those lines. And then for dinner, I try to make healthy dinners. I try to do whole wheat pasta if I can, or brown rice with meals and proteins and veggies and things like that in my dinners. And then snacks throughout the day, I like to have fruit salad for snacks, or nuts are a great option for snacks. Sometimes I do go for a cracker because I'm starving, and you know, if Denver's nursing every 1 to 2 hours, then I get so hungry and I need to have those like complex carbs, and that's totally fine. So it's all within reason, and I think that a big thing for me has been eating frequent small meals. So eating snacks in between my 3 meals a day has been really important. Keeping up on your eating after having a baby can be really difficult because you're so busy and so focused on your baby. So making sure that you are getting those meals is actually going to help your metabolism. And as far as exercise goes, I used to do Pilates and yoga and things like that, and I just can't do that anymore with my diastasis. And I have tried, and I've only gotten discouraged. And the thing that I have found that I've been loving is running. So that is the only exercise that I do, is run. And I try to run consistently, at least 3, hopefully 4 to 5 times a week. I try to run anywhere from maybe 1 mile up to 5 miles has been my longest run postpartum, and I was not a runner beforehand, so it's a really big deal for me to be able to run consistently for 5 miles. So I have found that running has been so nice. It has helped not only my body physically, it's helped me get out of the house. It's something that I can do with the baby. I can push the jogging stroller, and it's also helped my mental health. If you are familiar with my channel, then you know my story of struggling just recently with postpartum anxiety, and getting out and going on runs and things like that has really, really helped with that. So I think that the biggest thing is finding an exercise program or regimen that fits into your lifestyle nicely. I love when I can incorporate Denver into it. It makes me want to do it more. When I was doing my at-home Pilates, I would watch videos and I would lay her on the ground and do the Pilates with it, and she would laugh and she would love it. So if you, let's say, live in the snow and you can't just go out on a run, then try to do something like that where you incorporate your kids and make it a part of your daily routine. I think that the biggest thing in losing weight or being healthy after having a baby is living a healthy lifestyle as far as diet and exercise goes. So just making the effort of saying, no, I'm not on a diet. This is how I'm going to eat forever. This is how I'm going to exercise. This is part of my life. It's not a fad. It's not something I'm going to do. It's not the 30-day diet or the 15-day, cleanse. This is something, or 15-day, or a 3-day cleanse or something like that. This is a lifestyle change. This is something that I'm going to maintain and teach my kids, so it's not a struggle and it doesn't feel like a burden or something that you have to constantly think about. So I hope that those tips were helpful for you, and I hope that I can encourage you in saying celebrate your postpartum body, be proud of what your body has accomplished. It's a huge deal, and be gentle on yourself in the journey of getting back to a size and a weight that you feel comfortable. A big thing that people say is it takes 9 months to put the weight on, so it's probably going to take 9 months to get the weight off. So give yourself a full 9 months before you stress out about it, and just make sure that you are living a healthy lifestyle and you're doing these things, making these choices, not so that you can appear better on the outsides, but so that you can feel better on the inside. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or any video requests, please leave them down below and let me know what your favorite healthy meal is in the comments, because we all need some recipe ideas, especially during summer, I feel like, because there's so many ingredients and you just want to like be able to cook. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next time. Bye. So very much. She sees a dog and her face lights up, and every morning when she wakes up, we come out of the bedroom and she sees Annie for the first time. She just has the biggest smile on her face. She has learned, unfortunately, how to feed Annie from her high chair, and she thinks it's hysterical.